Dear Iris. Go back to some random jokes I came up with over the last couple of days, and or continuations of previous jokes, and or more bullshit. Category fates. Subcategory house, love, odds, chocolates. Except for this says nothing to do with chocolates. Once again, AI cannot understand when I speak. I don't believe in God or the universe. I do find it funny that all my housemates could be a sister or a cousin of my crush, /love, /whatever, /nothing, /everything. Not a joke, more of an observation. Category housemates, subcategory alternatives. Instead of pizza pop boxes, I would also say Walmart wiener packages. Can never have too many wiener jokes. Iris. Category gay, subcategory continuation. I'm not gay, but I do have a gay colored water bottle. Well, to be fair, it's just a female colored water bottle. I wrap most of it in black duct tape, so it kind of looks manly, except the top. I found it, that's why I use it, and it's metal. Category house, subcategory housemates. Knocking on the door before leaving my room so I don't startle people. I realize I'm too quiet, and every time I leave my room, I step in the hallway and scare somebody. So I'm going to start knocking on my door as I exit. Maybe I'll do it Sheldon style and knock 3 times and yell, "I'm coming out, don't be scared. I'm your housemate." Category retired, subcategory poor. I'm poor and I'm forced to cut my own hair, as you can tell, obviously. I have one rule: for curls, it dies. I need to find a better word that rhymes, something better than that. For curls. If you think of anything, Iris, let me know. Category stroke, subcategory diagnosis. That's supposed to be category joke, subcategory diagnosis. It's supposed to be, "Hi, I'm David. I was diagnosed with autism, but I prefer the term authentic." Or awkward. Category stroke, subcategory diagnosis. I'm David. I was diagnosed with autism, but I prefer the term awkward or authentic. A lot less trains Sunday night. That's less annoying at the park. Almost far enough away that I could talk through them. I might just do that. Category movie idea. Subcategory Jesus Returns. Joke notes. Jesus returns and blackmails the Catholic Church, forcing them to spend all their money to end homelessness in every country where they exist and every country that needs assistance. They have to sell all their artifacts, blah blah blah. Then once homelessness is cured, Jesus fakes them out the note that says, "Nope, still not coming back." Which is a continuation of the previous movie idea, which I'll get to eventually. Category, new word. Subcategory, bio-emotional. Joke notes. Bio-emotional. Emotions based on human biology, not logic. Category, smoking. Subcategory, manhole. Maybe I watch too many movies, but I recently took up smoking, and now whenever I'm outside, I drop the lit cigarette at the end right into manholes, hoping there's a gas leak underneath, and then it explodes, sending me into space. I just stand on the manhole for a second and cross my fingers, and then if it doesn't explode, I go on my way. But I'm not autistic or weird at all. Everybody does that. Category old, subcategory trains. Category old, subcategory trains. On the train there's an HPV poster. On the train there's an HPV vaccine poster, but they only advertise to people between the ages of 18 to 45. The HPV poster on the train only advertises to people 18 to 45. I guess if you're over 45, you're not getting laid. And if you're under 18, yeah, nobody under 18 has ever had sex or transmitted any sexual diseases at all. So why to advertise to them? That doesn't make any sense. Category L, subcategory Wi-Fi. I bitch a lot about the Wi-Fi, but it's actually good, because I have to connect and reconnect so often to the networks that I have to remember the password. It gives me something to remember every day. That's just me being positive and cheery, Iris. Looking for the upside in everything. Category dating. Subcategory failed pickup lines. Joke notes. I'm a writer. Love me. Actually, failed pickup lines. Number 1. I'm a writer. Love me. Number 2. I'm a writer. Can I tell you our love story? Should be, can I write you our love story? Number 3. You're prettier than my last 2 wives combined, and probably my next 2. Please love me. Number 4. If I make you famous, will you adore me for the rest of my life? Number 5. If you work here, you must be a loser like me. Want to hook up? Technically, they're not failed since I never used any of them. But chances are all those would fail. Category autism, subcategory eye contact. So that train's just a little bit quieter. Get a paintball gun and then paintballs full of oil, and then I'll shoot them onto the tracks from my backyard, and then all the trains will be nice and less squeaky. Iris. Category autism, subcategory eye contact. I'm not autistic. I know exactly when and where to make eye contact and with who. Put a pretty single girl in front of me, and I'll eye contact the fuck out of her. Clearly not. Put a pretty girl in front of me, and I'll eye contact the fuck out of her. That's hard to say. Put a doctor in front of me, and put a doctor in front of me that I don't want to talk to, and I'll look in every corner of the room and never make eye contact with him or her, them, whatever. Category retired, subcategory life notes. Flossing is pointless. Complete bullshit. Unless you have a partner, then floss. Otherwise your breath will stink. Every time I mention a loud train, the train gets louder. Category autistic, subcategory hoodie. I haven't worn this hoodie for 8 years because I'm autistic. I've worn it for 8 years because I'm poor. If anyone wants to buy me a hoodie, I'll gladly throw this one out. Well, maybe not throw out, but I'll stop wearing it. Category psychology, subcategory spelling. I can only spell psychology when I'm not tired. I wonder if there's a psychological term for that. There probably is. Fucking DSM. Fuck the DSM. Category psychology. Category communications, subcategory English. I hate English, not only because there's a bunch of words I can't pronounce, but there's a bunch of words that people use either out of context or the wrong way. For some reason, I feel like other languages are not like this. They seem to talk so smoothly without pausing, stopping, waiting for the right word to come to them. I guess it's because English words are multi-level meanings. It's not really a joke, Iris, but whatever. Sorry for the lack of enthusiasm 10 minutes in, but category psychology, subcategory profound thoughts. I believe therapists should, and maybe even need, to be required to analyze and treat themselves, analyze their entire life as they would a patient's, and then prescribe any treatment as they would a patient, and then show the patient as they would, and then show the cure and then prescribe any treatment as they would a patient. And then they need to provide all of the information to their patients to show them two things. One, everyone's fucked up. And two, if you try hard enough, you can solve real problems. But because they are quote-unquote professional, you might be a little faster with them. Because if, as a therapist, you're unable to treat yourself with the exception of sudden trauma, you should not. Pretty bad, you can't even read your own writing. Category psychology. Category movie idea. Subcategory Jesus Returns. Jesus demands that all churches convert their buildings into homeless shelters until the crisis is over. He suggests that the church uses some clever people out there on the internet or within their own little community to find a way to convert those benches into beds and then back into benches when needed. And if they're not clever enough to do that, and they're too lazy to look on YouTube to see how other churches have done it, then I don't care about then Jesus doesn't care about the homeless. Blah blah blah, whatever. Category apps, subcategory meeting. Well, this really isn't a joke, it's just more of an over myself to remember about the meeting app idea I had before. Well, that was a really good idea, actually. Iris. House, category house, subcategory backyard. Joke notes. I'm 99% sure that the two squirrels, the brown squirrel and the black squirrel, are stealing each other's nuts. So what I'm going to do is find their stashes and find some non-toxic paint or food coloring and then color their nuts. So what I'm going to do is find their stashes and find some So what I'm going to do is find their stashes and use some non-toxic paint or food coloring, and then color one of their nuts red and the other one lime. Red for the nut stash on the right side of the fence, and lime for the nut stash on the left of the fence. So if the nuts are going from left to right, then I know they're being either stolen or relocated. But because I'm actually not sure who owns the nuts, I just know there's a stash on the right and a stash on the left, but maybe this way I can figure it out. It's a day in the life of a poor retired person, Iris. Category comedy, subcategory Tim Hortons, Starbucks. Category business, category new business, subcategory Tim Hortons, Starbucks. I'm creating a new coffee shop called Tim Bucks. I expect to be sued by both companies. In fact, I'm counting on it. But we'll make Tim Bucks the best coffee shop ever. Free coffee for homeless or riders. Everyone else pays double. If that means it's only full of homeless and riders paying nothing, then so be it. Let Starbucks and Tim Hortons sue for nothing. The more publicity, the better. Category app, subcategory funny. I invented an app called Funny Bone. It records your life throughout the day and then sends a transcript to ChatGPT. Invented an app called Funny Bone. It records your life throughout the day and then sends a transcript to AI to make it funny. It's a big hit with computer programmers like me. I have other versions too. The Conflict Trainer. The app finds conflict in your life and offers alternative approaches. Good for assholes. The Accountant monitors your spending. And then there's a whole bunch more, Iris, but we'll get to another day. Category house, subcategory housemates. Category house, subcategory housemates. Iris, the joke I made about keeping track of my housemates was a lie, just a joke. But then after I wrote it, mentally I started keeping track of them, their comings and goings, what time. Not on purpose, it just worked out that way. But again, I'm not autistic. Actually, I don't think I am autistic. I think I'm just normal, with a good fucking memory for some things, and a really bad one for others. It all depends on the subject matter. Category house, subcategory just in case. This isn't a joke, just a note that if I die, it'll probably be from spider bites, because our house is being surrounded by spiders at the moment, all sizes, everything from bigger than a $2 coin down to nasty little ones crawling all over the place. However, for some reason I don't know why I'm coming out. This isn't a joke, just a note that if I die, it's probably from spider bites, because my house is being surrounded by spiders at the moment. All sizes, everything from bigger than a $2 coin down to nasty little ones crawling all over the place. However, for some reason, I'm not killing them. I don't know why. Hi, I'm David. I'm in love with a woman half my age. Well, maybe not in love, maybe attracted to. Maybe I have a crush on. Maybe I think about 24 hours a day. Okay, maybe I am in love. Or maybe not. I could be crazy. I probably am crazy. I'm on stage talking about this. That would seem crazy. I'm gonna take a pause there, Iris. I'd rather end this at 18 minutes. No, actually I won't. Alright, the rest, Iris, is just a continuation of that joke that I wrote out by hand, and that I'm just going to read out. Hi. Okay, I was going to read it out sarcastically, but I won't. I'm just going to read it out normally. Hi, I'm David. I'm in love with a woman half my age. Well, maybe not love. Attracted to. A crush, perhaps. Someone I think about 24 hours a day. Okay, maybe I am in love. Or not. I could be crazy. I probably am crazy. I won't say talking about this and embarrassing myself, so I must be crazy. I asked AI to search the DSM-5 to see if being in love with a person half your age is a known quote-unquote condition. It said no, but to be fair, it didn't ask for the ages of the individuals involved. AI is perverted. The age difference doesn't matter to me. Look at me. Why would it? I'd be lucky to get a woman of any age looking like this. My own age would be a miracle. Half my age is a miracle from Jesus. But double my age. Half my age is a miracle from Jesus, but double my age and desperate is... Guess we got the Sunday night rush of trains because I finally decided to read something out loud. Let's see if I can get one sentence. But double my age and desperate is more likely than any scenario I can imagine. I'm okay if she's 120, as long as I'm her beneficiary and dependent. I'm 60, by the way, if you're trying to do the math in your head. I'm 60, she's 30-ish. I don't know her exact age. I also don't know her last name or anything about her. I say her instead of her real name to protect her. I guess I should start from the beginning of this love story, not my life. Not enough time for that. I'm not really a comedian, as this is my first time on stage. Sorry, Iris. Small wind issue. Not gas for once. Outdoor. Alright, let the trains begin. Not really a comedian, as this is my first time on stage, and although I wrote a few hundred jokes, I couldn't put them together into routine. Too lazy, or too dumb. I did, however, write a few openers, and I'll sprinkle a few in to advance the story. Until then, a quick summary. As I said, I'm 60 and retired, forced due to memory issues. It's not the bad kind of issues, not bad kind of memory where you forget your friends and family. It's a good kind, blah, blah, blah. Actually, I'm just going to make a memory joke. I've said that joke 10 million fucking times. I'm poor and nearly homeless because I didn't plan on ever retiring. Insert poor joke. I was diagnosed with autism, but I disagreed. Insert autism joke. People think I'm gay, but I'm not. I don't correct them, though, because they treat me nicer. I don't know why. Train with a square wheel. Alright, let's check again, Iris. 6:41 p.m. on a Sunday. Let's see if we get trains every 1 minute. Because I'm trying to actually do something. I used to be a computer programmer. Now I spend my days in Starbucks writing movie ideas and stand-up, which I'm too afraid to perform, which is where this story started. Technically, it started with Tim Hortons being cunts to their customers, but I'll skip over that part. It's not funny. I've not had a conversation with the person in over 2 years. Also not funny, but true. Insert autism joke. This will be the closest thing to a conversation I've had one way. It's much easier if you think about it. One way is perfect. No need to wait for lengthy responses before speaking again. If this works, I'll never have a normal conversation again. Okay, maybe I'm a bit autistic. I prefer the term odd instead, as the only symptom of autism I have is the inability to lie. Or I'm overly blunt, depending on your viewpoint. And this is a recent development. In the past, I lied fine. I was a great liar, bullshitter, con artist. People believed my lies. I was so good at it. I miss it. It stopped when my memory failed, not when some doctor checked off a few boxes on a questionnaire and labeled me okay, 6:43. Let's see if we get a train within a minute. I stopped when my memory failed, not when some doctor checked off a few boxes on a questionnaire and labeled or proclaimed me autistic. Authentic is a better word, by the way. You can't lie if you can't remember the lie, and since I don't remember last week, I'll never be able to keep track of the lie. 6:43, another fucking train. Speaking of keeping on track, I was meant to provide you a summary of my life, or a starting point to this love story so far. Summary: I'm old, I'm poor, I look funny, I don't lie, but I'm also very lucky. I lost my memory and can't write computer code for employment, but I can still write comedy, or fiction, which is a million times more enjoyable, but pays nothing. It doesn't matter. More money will not change my life. Comedy has and will continue to the remainder of my life. Opener: smoking. I turned 60 this year and started smoking. Never smoked my entire life. Why now? I like it, and who cares if I get a cough at 90? I'll probably still be alone and still writing this story. The never-ending love story that David never begins because he's too busy talking about himself. And try that all over again there, Iris. 6:44, no train yet. It's a fucking miracle. Where the fuck is everyone going on a Sunday night? Opener: smoking. I turned 60 this year and started smoking. Never smoked my entire life. Why now? Why not? I like it, and who cares if I get a cough at 90? I'll probably still be alone and still writing this story. The never-ending love story that David never begins because he's too busy talking about himself. Fine, here's the story. I didn't intend for the following to happen. I spent about a year with the same schedule. But first, as I mentioned, I'm lucky. My memory is crap and I can't work, but somehow I survive on the $1,500 I received from the Canada Pension Plan. Somehow I was lucky enough to find a room to rent in a mansion full of supermodels. Insert model joke. That's a PG-rated positive joke. The house is conveniently beside a transit station, and the free pass I get for being disabled means I can use it without cost. For the first year I preferred to walk across the bridge. I also live by a strip mall, 2 kilometers away. Well, it's good to know that if I need a train, I'll have one every 2 minutes. Sunday night. But for the first year, I preferred to walk across the bridge to a strip mall 2 kilometers away. 1, for the exercise. 2, the Starbucks, coffee refills, and clean washrooms. 3, Walmart for food, supplies. And 4, the weed store for weed. That's it for today, Iris. I might continue with this story or not. I haven't decided yet, but I hope you're feeling better. And I'd wait for, oh, there's the train. There we go. $6:46. We'll end it on an applause break. Talk to you tomorrow.